She's the best. She's so much fun and interesting. Then across from me, I have a neighbor that is just okay. Just okay. And then kind of across this way, I have a new neighbor that moved in. Okay, let me just say this. I and my granddaughter, I think I talked about this before, we tried our hardest. Look at that cute penguin right there. I'm going to keep that penguin inside there. We tried our hardest to make friends with the neighbor because, he has a daughter that looks to be about the same age as my granddaughter. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. And we actually went out there. Like I said, we waved hello. They just drove away. Didn't even care. And I know they saw me. I'm telling you. This neighbor saw me. We've made other, there were other moments where we were out there, trying to engage, but nothing, right? So then, you try. And then finally you're like, I give up, right? I give up. I'm not going to make the effort anymore, and they're not making an effort, so why should I make the effort? So, it gets worse, everybody. I guess because of that, the neighbor has not, I don't know, he just doesn't seem very happy with us. My husband said he nodded at him the other day, and the guy just kind of ignored him. I'm like, oh wow, this is getting worse, this isn't good. I already don't really say hello to the neighbors across the street. The only neighbor, I don't have anybody on this side, but the neighbor on this side, Lisa, just adore her, so thank God I at least have her. I didn't want one neighbor that I didn't get along with, let alone two. So, anyway. So this is what happened today with the neighbor. Just call him the neighbor. So a while back we had a Christmas party get together with all our friends and family and neighbors, some of the neighbors from our neighborhood. And the neighbor that lives around the park and down another street, she drove with her husband and her kids, drove her car to our house because they were bringing things with them, games and food, and yeah, so she wasn't gonna walk here, so she drove over here, and already by the time I think she got here, so by the time she got here, there was already a bunch of people here, right? So there wasn't a lot of places to park, so she parked in front of that neighbor's house and proceeded to get out of her vehicle. And the neighbor came up to her, I guess, and she was really upset after this. She came and talked to me about it. She said, your neighbor is the worst. And I was like, I already know. I've already dealt with the man. I know. What do you call a man that's not a Karen, but a Karen? What do you call Colin? I don't know. We need a male Karen name. So anyway, he proceeded to tell her that he was not going to let her park there, even though it is owned by the city. He's not going to let her park there. She needed to move her vehicle. Yeah. So she did that, and then she came and told on him to me. And so I was like, whatever. I mean, let it go, blow it off, right? Didn't make a scene or go out there and be like, hey, my peeps can park where they want. No, I did not. So then, his fun stuff in his garage, like a big screen TV, and he has like chairs set up, and he's always out there like watching his TV or playing video games or whatever in his garage. It's his man cave, and he has it open, and we can all see him, right? So anyway, I think they've only been living there for like maybe 6 months. I think the license plates say they're from Tennessee, so I was just like, okay. Well, anyway, so he sets up shop in there with all his buddies, like probably like at least 3 or 4 other guys are in there today, watching football on the big screen in his garage. My husband said to me earlier that they were all out in the street as they arrived, all his friends, and he overheard them say to our neighbor, "Why don't you ask him if he can park there?" And the neighbor was like, "Nah, no, don't worry about it." So we left the house to go run some errands and do something. And then when we came back, there was this huge white lifted truck parked directly in front of my house, like right outside my front door. So like the only view you have, like, and I can open my front door. I have like a gate that opens so you can look outside and like let in, fresh air and all of that. So if you open the door, he was like parked right there. So that's all you see. I mean, okay, like, I wish that the neighbor had said to my husband, "Yeah, do you mind my friend parking his truck right there?" My husband would have said yes, because it's not a problem. It's just that maybe just park a little bit back a little, so we don't have to stare at your big, huge lifted truck like all day, because you're probably going to be here for not 1, but 2 football games, right? Back to back, one right after the other. Anyway, so yeah, no, that did not happen. And all I'm thinking to myself is, I really don't want to stare at this truck all day today, and I don't want him to keep coming on Sundays and Super Bowl Sunday and doing this again, and I have to stare out my window on Super Bowl Sunday at his truck. I'm sure if we didn't say anything, he would do it again, right? And the most important thing I was thinking was, dude did not let my friend park in front of his house. Tit for tat, dude, tit for tat. I am going to say something to you. Well, my husband is. Because I went and I stood by the truck, and then when one of the guys walked out, I said, "Is this your truck?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Can you ask the guy who owns this truck to come talk to me, please?" And then as soon as the guy walked towards our house to come talk to me, my husband's like, "I got this." I was like, "Oh, thanks." And I laughed because I'm a big dog, but I'm a big chicken. So yeah, so I walked away. My husband dealt with it, and when he came inside, of course, I was all over him like, "Oh, what happened, what happened, what happened, what happened?" And he just said, and it's fine that he blamed me. He blamed me, because I am at fault. Yeah. Because he started it. He started it. So anyway, I guess he just said to him, this wouldn't be an issue if it had not been an issue with our party, for Christmas, when we had our friends over, and they were told not to park in front of his house. And so, I mean, it's just kind of like, look, if you're gonna be a DICK about it, then so are we. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? I'm just really curious. Is that wrong? I mean, and it wasn't said in like, because trust me, my husband is just not like that. He's just like really like easygoing. He said it kindly. I know for a fact he did, because that's just who he is. He doesn't start things. He's just not like that. So I know he was just kind of like, I just wanted to say that my wife was like, da-da-da-da-da. So, the guy was like, "Hey, that's not my problem. That's, I didn't know anything about that." Well, of course you didn't. We're just saying, like, please just next time ask if you can park here, and then we'll say, "Of course you can, but just a little ways back, that's all. It's fine, the yard there's plenty of room to park, not directly in front of the door. So, I don't know. Afterwards, did we do the right thing? I mean, was that just like rude? No, because that's what happened to us, right? That's what happened to us. So, and we wouldn't have said, don't park here. We wouldn't have said that. We would have been like, yeah, go ahead. Okay, but this guy told our friends, don't park here. Do not park here. So, whatever. Oh my god, I hate that kind of stuff, right? Hate it. Like, why? Why even, like, why are people like that? It makes me think of all the times I'm out driving and it's like the blinker issue. Oh my god, that's my biggest pet peeve. When someone doesn't put on their blinker, I've had this happen so many times now because we haven't had lights put in at some of the main intersections by our house. They're just stop signs, and people do not put on their blinkers. So then when they're like coming and I'm going straight and they're gonna turn, they don't put their blinker on. I actually had a guy like turn right in front of me, almost hit me, honked his horn. I could see the whites of his eyes. That's how close it was. Oh my gosh. And then, you know, like, just put your blinkers on. And then I read up, why do people not put their blinkers on? Some of them just don't want to. They don't think that they need to. Some of them do it because they think it's exciting. Like, oh my gosh, get a life. Like, there's much more exciting things than not putting your blinker on for an exciting life, right? Well, anyway, I have to tell you about this one thing that happened the other day. So I was in the lane to turn left, and there was this car right here growing impatient because I wasn't turning left. But there was this car. The reason I wasn't turning left because I saw this car coming. There was two cars coming. The one car coming was turning, and so this guy thought he could go, but there was another car I was waiting for, and he didn't think I was waiting for another car. Dude, I was waiting for another car to go, and then I was going to turn left. He was impatient. He went, and I swear to you, it was that close. This guy almost rammed this car. People, what the heck? Really? It's about turning your blinker on. Please use your blinkers. And also, patience. 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 Have some patience. You know, sometimes I watch people and they're like, they get angry and they're like speeding and they just, oh my gosh, I didn't get to go first. Oh, big deal. And then this one person did that. They were like speeding. They were angry about the person in front of them. And guess where they were going? Freaking Dollar General. Like, really? It's that important for you to speed to get to Dollar General? I'm just like, what has the world come to? My goodness.